Yo, it's your girl motherfucking T True, the Breathe Easy podcast.
We really need to find a real fucking jingle.
I know, because that one was not good.
Every week we're doing some new shit.
Breathe easy, bitch.
And this is Jess Aggressive, y'all.
AKA Green Eye Candy.
She's so...
Yo,
she in a singing mood.
I know.
Yo, look who the fuck pulled up.
Hey now. And who are you?
That's it? Hey now?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Then I walk away.
already know
Nah.
who it
Let me stop. It's DJ Lucky C, the North Miami Monster, representing that 99 Jams, representing Groundwork Boys, Jam Squad, Shoneville Radio, like whatever. People know me from different eras.
Right.
So whatever era you know me from, I represent all that.
Okay.
So your name always been Lucky C?
DJ Lucky C, yeah.
Oh, what's
always.
Lucky about to see?
That's an interesting question. Everybody always asks me that, and it's just, at a time in my life, I felt like I was lucky to be alive. Like I lived through a lot of things. I made it out of a lot of sticky situations, so I feel like that was the appropriate name to have. And I didn't want to just be DJ Lucky. Like I needed a little stamp, a little, Salt Bae, put the
So your
little...
name starts with C?
No, my middle name actually.
Okay.
So I prefer my middle name over my first name.
Okay.
And I just and it just happened to work out. And I didn't want to go DJ Lucky Charms. I didn't want to go that far because that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Around that time, because I started.
Lucky C.
I'm almost 20 years in the game. So this is
wow.
Yeah, well, around in the early 2000s. Yeah, you didn't want to be Lucky Charms. You didn't wanna,
okay.
That wasn't. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked for me. But DJ Lucky C, that was the.
It's stuck.
Yeah.
So is Charm your middle name or something?
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah,
but you're
yeah.
just gonna flip it a little bit.
Yeah, just a little, a little
a
razzle.
little spice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I made it work, and it happened to work out, because before I was a DJ, I was trying to be a rapper. So I had a couple of rap names that didn't stick.
Oh, look at that.
And
Let's hear one.
Why y'all doing this to me?
We gotta hear one. The
Oh my
world
God.
wants to know.
All right, I'm going to give y'all one.
All right.
Because it's not that embarrassing as the other one. I ain't going to tell you
Hold
that.
on, I want an embarrassing one.
I ain't going to tell you that.
I
No,
want
I
an
ain't
embarrassing one, yo.
I ain't going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you.
That's who molded you to be who you are.
Right.
Nah, the
embarrassing
embarrassing
names.
one, that was, I don't know what it was. But, okay, the one I'm going to tell y'all, Lil C, because everybody was Lil around that time.
Okay.
So I figured, okay, I'm finna take the C.
Lil C.
You feel me? Like, I thought that was, it didn't work out.
Little C?
It didn't work out for
We
me.
like Lucky C.
Okay,
Lucky C worked out.
You're Haitian?
Haitian, got a little bit of Cuban. I think that's it. But yeah.
You were born here,
Born here,
in Florida,
though.
born and raised?
Born and raised in Miami,
okay.
but I had the opportunity to move up to Maryland, D.C. for like 3 years for high school. So that's what I feel like kind of made my brand and my sound a little different than everybody else from the crib. Because I was here, but then I had the opportunity to move and come back. So I took what I was doing up there, brought it back here.
Yeah, incorporated it.
Yeah, made it work.
Everybody does that though, from up north, like the up north vibes, and bring it down to Florida.
Yeah.
But I feel like eventually y'all get Floridianized.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because living up there, people are always fascinated by Miami. As soon as you tell them you're from, they want to know about it.
So I feel like you can go to New York and play Miami music, but you can't play New York music here. Not that much.
Not that much.
You can, but not that much.
It's not the
Miami
same
can have a
vibe.
whole New York party.
I mean, it depends, because Miami, you never know who's from who or who
Right,
reps
yeah,
what,
yeah,
because
yeah.
we're a melting pot down here.
Yeah,
Like,
we
so
are.
you can really get off a good New York set if you really want to. But going to New York and playing Miami, they think Miami is just like Luke and Booty Shake. Like they know Trick, they know Ross, they know, but it's not like they want to hear Iceberg or Ball Grease.
They don't know.
So it's like one of those things. But
so growing up, you said Haitian and Cuban. So like, you say you've been 20 years in the game. I know, 20 years ago, like what inspired you to be a DJ? Because it wasn't really DJs, wasn't really like a popping thing back then.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
It's so weird now. Yeah.
What inspired you, or who you look up to?
It's so different.
So I had the opportunity. I feel like I come from a musical family. Like, we don't play instruments. We're not like a band or none of that. But everybody has something
to contribute
musically. So my older cousin is Sam Sneak, Rick Ross's DJ.
Okay.
So I had the opportunity, like when Sneak was starting off in the game, like I was right there.
Okay.
Like being a young kid, just soaking up as much as I could, just being around and seeing him and other DJs in that era just control the crowd just by playing music or just talking. Like, I'm like, no, I want to do that.
Right.
And it took, like, you know, a lot of discipline, a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
And just listening. And I learned a lot from that era because that was like the old school Miami DJ. Like, that was when they used to set up
Mic checking and shit.
Yeah, they set up the wall at Gwen Cherry Park. Like, that was, to me, real Miami DJing. So I had the opportunity of learning that. And then at the same time, the world was changing because now everybody getting laptops, everybody's doing. So I had the best of both worlds. And then on top of that, I moved away and I had that knowledge from living up north. So all of that came together for me.
Okay.
Lucky C.
Yeah, all that came together for me.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. I said, I'm gonna let you call me that. But nobody else, y'all don't do it.
Not pull up some Lucky Charms.
Don't do it.
So a little personal thing, because, you know, I've been following you for a minute. You recently got married. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So how is your like personal life incorporated into, because you're busy, you're always out. I'm sure females throw themselves at you. How do you separate the two and keep your wife happy at home, knowing that you're
keeping her secure?
Yes, that you're trustworthy.
The great thing that me and my wife have is we have a great foundation as far as friendship goes.
Okay.
Like, even just before I pulled up here, like, we were having a great conversation at the house, just talking.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking about my family, talking about her family, just, and we have that, we're comfortable enough to just talk.
Yeah.
And we don't let situations get to a point where it boils over and now you mad, now you bringing up something from 2 months ago that you didn't want to bring up. No, we're going to attack the problem before it's a problem. So if and when it does arise, we've already discussed it. We have a solution in place. So I'm fortunate enough to have been through a couple of sticky situations. She's been through some things. So we... You know, it's like when you fall off a bike, when you learn how to ride, you're like, oh, I don't want to fall again. So let me
figure this out.
Exactly. So that's the benefit. That's my queen. I love her. Like,
how long y'all been together?
Officially, we've been together like, what is this, 2023? Like 4 years?
4 years.
4 or 5 years.
And just married.
Yeah, we got married October
what made you decide
2022.
to take that leap?
That big step.
Yeah.
Literally, I made a decision that I was gonna like fall back from everything. Like I
the DJing and everything.
Not so much a DJing. It was my lifestyle was getting too toxic for me at the time. This was like late 2018, early 2019, around that time. So we were already friends. So us having that conversation, it was kind of like I'm explaining to her and she's explaining to me the same concept. And so as I'm explaining to her, I'm just gonna fall back from everybody, everything. I need to get me right. She was the one person like, nah, you're not doing that. Like, she wouldn't. From that point on, she let it be known that she's not letting me fall back from anything. She's here, she's rocking with me, and this is what we doing. So it wasn't it wasn't like an easy transition for me because I was so used to figuring things out on my own. But now it's like, okay, I could let the reins loose a little bit because I got somebody that's here that wants the best for me as well. So yeah, we've been rocking. Like that's my queen.
So
like,
do you think like y'all would have been in the same place if when you said, all right, I'm gonna fall back, and she was just like, all right, do what's best for you? Right. You think y'all would have been in the same place?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because we've always had that dynamic to where no matter what happens, we could come back and talk to each other about whatever's going on. And that's been like that for years. I've known her since 2010, 2011, and it's just been a friendship there.
Gotcha.
And then it was like 2018, 2019, it's like, all right, all right, let me try to figure out what's going on. And I still had, some things I had to clear up and clean up and
typical male shit.
Typical
male shit.
That's what I had to get right, and I'm still and. I don't want to speak like I got it all figured out.
Right, nobody does.
But it works for you.
It works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every day I know it's just, let me try not to leave nothing like a comment on social media where it's going to look crazy.
Right.
Let me try not to.
Dope that you actually recognize that, because some people they look at their life like, this is my life. Yeah, I respect my wife or my girl, but it's just a comment. It's just a picture.
Right.
Some people look at it like that.
Right.
She
it
taught
opens
me
doors, and that's what you don't want to happen.
She taught me that. Like it's, I kind of had an idea how women think, but y'all are evil masterminds. Like y'all be like, So when she started really breaking stuff down to me, I'm like, oh wow, okay.
So so for example, if you see a girl like in her bikini and her booty's facing the camera, and you go on there, you put fire, that might be that. There's a certain way that you have to approach that picture. Yeah,
for me, and how I've always tried to do it. I might have fallen short a couple of times, but for me, it's always like I come from the strip club culture. I've worked in the strip club.
So you see that.
Anybody that knows me, they know it's like I look at it like I was the chef at Burger King.
I
don't eat here. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what it is. So I've always tried to explain that to the women I was with at the time. And
that's hard though. A woman knowing that their man is around half naked bitches all fucking night.
That's
hard.
So if it was like one of the bartenders, waitresses, I always try to keep it like showing them love, but not overstepping the boundaries.
Right.
I've done it a couple times. You know, it's a line you step over, but it's not
that shows growth. That shows self-control. That shows discipline. So that's good. So that right there is showing her, okay, well, I got me a real man.
Loosen the reins a little bit.
Yeah. And it's just finding that person for you. Because people be trying to find somebody that fits this cookie cutter mold,
or trying to mold them into that cookie cutter.
It's like find somebody that actually wants to rock with whatever you got going on. Like she's not a outside person. She doesn't want to be in the media. She supports everything that goes with it. She's not gonna be like, you going out again? You're going out like
because she know this is your lifestyle.
Like so that's just find somebody that rocks for you. Like
so what do you do in a situation if, like you said, when y'all have an issue, you attack it head on? What do you do in a situation where y'all talk about it, it's over with, and then 2 months later she just bring it up again, like something triggered it and she bring it up again?
I don't know. That hasn't happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
Like once we talk about it, that's it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of hard too because like you could talk about it, but it's still something that was planted. So that seed's planted, that memory's there, and sometimes like some shit will happen and will remind you, and it will trigger that memory. Like damn, and then like for me, an example, when I was in my relationship, it would trigger me and it would change my mood.
Yeah,
and I sometimes I wouldn't even know.
Right,
it was
you wouldn't realize.
Right, I wouldn't even realize it.
And you're like,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
I can honestly say, at least from my perspective, I don't get that.
Okay.
Like, I don't get that from her. Like we be rocking, and if something bothers her to where it would have probably triggered her, we gonna talk about it.
And she has the ability to come to you and talk to you and you listen to your wife.
Yeah. You know what it is too? It's probably whatever issue y'all having, and when she expressed her concerns, you're probably giving her the answers that she's looking for. Not saying that you're doing it on purpose, but whatever your answer is probably enough to satisfy her. Where she's like,
her,
okay,
I think that's probably what it is because it's.
And you're listening because a lot of men will be like, "Oh, you just being a female,"
or not even that,
and they're very dismissive to women's feelings.
They hear one thing out of the whole sentence that you say. You could be like, "Babe, I'm so disappointed that you left all those dishes in the sink." Then they'll be like, "What you mean? I wiped it out though," or something stupid where you be like, "You're not getting it." You know?
Yeah.
I'm not trying. Let me not try to speak for all men because I don't want the women to.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm gonna say is like. Men are like kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Duh.
When I talk to my kids, my older boys, I have to be very specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take out the trash to the garbage can.
Right.
Take your shoes from the front and put, like, you can't just say, go take out the trash.
Yeah.
And think that, like, you have to be specific. So with men, like, especially if we know we fucked up, like, if we know we caught and ain't, I gotta find the out. Like I can't submit and be like, damn, she right.
Right.
So that one little Nah, but I didn't do that though. That's our saving grace.
Right,
That's
right,
our
right,
one
right.
little.
Yeah.
But that pisses y'all off.
It sure does.
It does.
It sure does.
Fellas, we
Because
gotta cut that out.
We
Yeah.
are so strategic in our shit. So it's like if we're coming to you and we're saying something, we already crossed all our T's, dotted all our I's.
Right.
We know what we saying.
And that's what a lot of men don't understand at that point. Once a lot of women have addressed whatever's going on, trust me, they've already done mapped it out a couple times. They done had the conversations. They done played it out scenarios.
We talk to ourselves in the shower.
Yeah.
So by the time they bring it to your attention,
Or in
if
the car,
it don't
you
line
better
up
recognize.
with what they got in their brain,
Right.
it's a problem, son.
Right. Yep.
And that's where a lot
I
of
tell
dudes
my boyfriend that all the time.
mess
I
up.
say, if it don't make sense to me, I can't accept it. It got to make sense.
So what I can
It
say about
does.
my wife, we're both logical people.
Okay.
So we both
Good.
try to find logic before emotion.
Okay, see,
and that's how we
that's
can.
why it works.
Yeah.
That's
why it works.
Yeah,
that makes
that's
sense.
and that's
Yeah.
how we get by.
Okay.
Like logic, and anybody that knows me, I'm always trying to find a solution. I don't care about the problem. You could tell me, "Oh man, we
You're
got
always
this.
gonna
All right,
have
let's do
problems.
this.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's
all
figure
right.
it out.
Well, just do this." And they're like, "Oh my god, I ain't think it's a simple thing." Like,
And what a lot of people don't realize that two is better than one.
Yeah.
You know, when you have that partner and you have, you know, that other person you can go to help you collab or brainstorm and think of it. I honestly don't think we're made to be lonely.
No,
You know,
no.
to be alone. We're made to be with somebody else.
we were designed in pairs. Yeah.
And just like you said, somebody just take finding that person for you.
For
because
you.
some people are just miserable beings, but they might just need a miserable person
Facts.
like them. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Or
For real.
they just need somebody to show them that you don't have to be miserable all the time.
Right.
Like sometimes opposites attract,
Yeah.
and most times you need similarities.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everybody's trying to fit, like I said, in this cookie cutter mold,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything
yeah.
works for everybody. That's
Right,
not
right,
how
right,
life
right.
is.
Yeah.
Like you gonna find somebody that might be the person that's not your type
At all.
the person you least
But they're your
expected,
perfect match.
and they make you ecstatic. Like
Yeah.
you've never been on this cloud before.
So what would you do
You
in
know?
a situation where you have you made a time, you set aside a time, let's say vacation, you and your wife are going on a quick little weekend vacation, but you just got like some big event coming up and big artists are gonna be there. Let's do something like Rolling Loud. And they call you, be like, last minute, right
We need
before
you.
we need you, right before your little vacation with your wife. What kind of decision would you make? Would you talk to her about it? Would you make the decision on your own, or would you leave it alone and go on your vacation with your wife?
What I had to learn, and I'm still learning this recently. I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna give you a scenario. At this point in my life, in my career, I can pick and choose.
Okay.
Like it got to make sense for me. Like, yeah, Rolling Loud is cool, but and I just told my wife this other day. She looked at me like I was crazy, but it's like DJ Lucky C, like that's cool, but
Yeah.
I've been there before. That's
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it really has to be enticing for me to be like,
Right.
the bag got to be right, the look got to be like, let's like make it work.
All right, so what's a venue that you would cancel your vacation with your wife to attend?
Like the BET Awards.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what,
something like
something
that.
Okay.
And
But,
then-
but see, something like that, you'd probably like, I don't know, you could probably bring her along.
Yeah, and
Right,
she,
right.
If I was your wife, I'd be like, hell no, let's cancel this. Let's go
Exactly.
to BET
Yeah,
Awards.
yeah.
and she would understand that
Yeah.
because we've had those discussions before. We've
Right.
already talked about it.
Okay.
And I give you two examples now because I just thought about it. Valentine's Day I think I was 21. I was trying to put something together for her, you know, something real nice. Last second, I got a call. I got a booking to go to DC. It was a listener, and he was having his birthday party up there. He wanted to fly me out. He wanted to do all
wow.
this, and I'm like, damn, all right, bet. I could turn this into a work kind of trip with me and Bay. So let me make it
okay.
work. So
Yeah.
we got the tickets, got a nice little hotel. I went and go did the vibes. I used to live up there, so I introduced her to my people up there. Like we
okay.
had a nice time.
Yeah.
So Valentine's,
worked.
and I was able to get the bag.
Right,
So
right.
it's like it worked out on so many levels, but that's the kind of person I am. I plan. Like I wake up.
A lot of men don't do that.
No,
a
you
lot
got
of
to.
men don't think above and beyond
No,
or
you have
think
to.
ahead.
You have
Right.
to.
They just go with the moment and
Nah.
that's it. So
I'm not a spontaneous person. I hate spontaneity. Don't do that. Like I'm very structured.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up in the morning, I know what I got to do. At least as far as what's built into my life.
Right.
Then I might have a couple of things that's one-offs here and there. That's going to go around whatever I got going on. If I got to go pick her up from work, if I got to drop her to work, if I got to go get the kids, if I got to go my parents, everything's going to work.
Yeah.
okay.
Around whatever I got built in. Because the station, the radio, that's built in. Every day I know I got to be there at whatever time. So the people in my life, they know, well, don't bother him at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because he's on the radio.
Right.
But after, all right, okay, I need you to, okay, bet.
Yeah.
And
So you actually have to go to the station? It's not like
Every
a
day.
remote? Every day you
Every
go to the
day.
station?
Okay.
How long you been working with 99 Gems?
Ooh. This November makes 7 years.
Oh wow.
I can't even, it feels surreal just thinking about it because when I started, I didn't
how
think.
did you get that? How did that come up?
All right, so this the Breathe Easy podcast.
Yes,
I'm gonna give y'all the real. I'm gonna break it down.
Yes.
I'm gonna break it down. Let me get my hair out my face so I'm break it down.
Breathe
So,
easy, bitch.
shout out to the big homie DJ Nasty 305.
Yes.
I've known DJ Nasty at least 10, 12 years at this point. I remember telling DJ Nasty in 2013 in a drunken night at the club. Ooh, yo, put me on the radio, y'all sleep.
Right.
I'm the best young nigga out here. Ooh, just talking my shit.
Yeah.
And I really felt like that. And it was that, but I wasn't ready. So from 2013 to 2016, I devoted all my energy and attention on learning how to become a mix show DJ. There are different levels for DJs. Like you got a party DJ, that's the one that do the mobile events. You got wedding DJs, you got tour DJs, you got strip club DJs. Wedding DJs.
Oh, wedding.
Like-
Okay. Yeah.
Then you got DJs that could do everything.
Right.
I'm one of those DJs. I
Okay.
can do wherever you call me, I'm finna pull up and turn up.
Right.
But then there's a lot of if they're in their lane, they're gonna stay in their lane. At that time in my life, I was doing everything, but I needed that radio look.
Okay.
I had to learn. I'm listening every day. 99 Jams, 103.5, Hot 105. Anybody that had a mix, I'm listening because I need to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, I'm listening to New York. I'm listening to LA. I'm listening to DC. I'm online. Like I was so dedicated to.
So what were you listening to back then that they don't use now? What were some platforms?
What was it like? Periscope. Remember Ustream. Like when DJs was trying to do what we do now. Going live is an easy 1-2 thing.
Right.
Back in the early 2010s, it wasn't that easy.
I know.
Right.
So any DJ that was putting out a mix, or if you were a radio DJ, or if you had any kind of industry connection, I was tapped in.
Okay.
Because that's the kind of person I am. I study everything. Like when I walk in, even when I walked in here, I'm like, damn, this is a dope ass. Look at it. I'm very observant. So 2013, I started an online platform on this website called mixlr.com. And for me, I structured it how I would want to hear a mix show. Tuesdays was all new music. Like it was whatever was popping in the clubs, in the streets, and I'm hit you with whatever just dropped or whatever was hot. And then Thursday was Throwback Thursdays. I'm gonna give you a theme. I did so many different. I did a Cash Money mix. I did No Limit. I did Whitney Houston. I did Missy Elliott. I did all that type of stuff.
Right.
Because I wanted to. Exactly. But because I've heard on the radio, that's what they do. When it's Tupac's birthday, what they do? All Tupac. So I'm like, I gotta build that. So I did that from 2013 to 2014. Once I did a year, I said, all right, what's next? At the same time, here comes Sam Sneak. He saw what I was doing on that platform, and he multiplied it times 1,000.
Okay.
Because Shonville Radio started. So the same thing I was doing on my own, now I can do it on Shonville, but
It's a bigger
I got
platform.
fans from all over because Sam is on here.
Yeah.
DJ Bo Weezy's on here. It's so many different DJs from Florida that are bringing their crowd. So now I'm not just limited to Miami.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the best thing that happened for me.
Okay.
So now it's like I learned how to play for a crowd that I can't see. Because
Okay.
that's what radio is.
Right,
in a club, you can look out and say,
Yeah. They feeling it. They not
They're
feeling
not
it.
feeling
Right.
it. Right.
on the radio,
You don't know.
you're in a room, it's you and the host, or it might be you by yourself. So you got to just think, damn, this will sound good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you do it, and it might not sound good. Fuck it, what I gotta do?
So with radio DJing, you have to play the whole song.
Nah.
No, you can
No.
cut it.
No.
Because
mix
I
show?
like you were at Brick last night and we were on our way out, right? You were at Brick.
Yeah, I was at Brick.
And
Yeah,
we were
it was
on our way
vibes.
out
It
there,
was
but we
vibes.
didn't make it.
Yeah, we didn't make it.
Because it was about to close. But I love when Brick first started, I don't know about now, I haven't gone recently because they cut into a lot of like Spanish stuff. It became a lot of Spanish vibe and then I stopped going. So but when Brick first came out, I don't even know what the DJ's name were because then it wasn't like it wasn't broadcasted like, oh, DJ this, DJ this. So you just went out, and when we go out, like the music was so freaking good.
Yeah.
And then, but what I like for me, I like the music to play for the best part of the song
Right.
and cut
And then
into
switch
it.
it up.
Switch it up, 45 seconds, a minute,
Right.
and then get to the next song.
Yeah.
As a good DJ,
That's what Brick had a good
from my
reputation
perspective,
for.
it's
Yeah.
like you got to know what's the best parts of those songs.
Song, right? You have to fix
Exactly.
that. You have
like
to know
if
the
I
song.
play "Back That Ass Up" by Juvenile,
Right.
you gonna let the beginning play. Doom,
Right,
doom,
right.
Doom. You gonna let that do.
Right.
Because you gotta.
Right,
The
'cause
girls
people-
gotta get in position.
Right, they're like, okay, that's the song.
You let the first verse play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you working with that. Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
back. Yeah, let the hook play. You as the DJ, because in reality, that's like a 4 to 5 minute song.
Right.
Manny
Yeah.
Fresh got a verse. This
Right,
person
right,
got
right.
like.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Nah, after that first verse from Juvenile, we cut into the bridge with Turk and Lil Wayne.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like as a but that comes with experience.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
We were doing that. I can't even say we because they did that before I was DJing. Like that was just something that became a thing. It's like when you play Juvenile 400 Degrees and
Yes.
they bring it back. When he's and then bring it back from the top. Like there are certain things that DJs should know.
Right.
But then there's a lot of DJs, if they're not really in the culture or if they haven't really been outside for too long, they don't get that.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
And then unfortunately with a lot of these bars and venues, they end up grabbing DJs that are cheap,
right.
that are just starting out or whatever.
Some of them now they're trying to
So-
get all the big DJs out because they're thinking these big DJs are gonna
Bring a crowd.
Bring the crowd. So a lot of
Don't
these,
work.
no, that
Don't
don't work.
I mean, it depends.
That's true, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like everybody was so excited to hear that I was gonna be at Brick. That was my first time at Brick. I never DJ'd
oh,
in there.
really?
Yeah. So I had a lot of people hit me like, "Yo, I'm gonna pull up. Oh man, that's my vibe." And I
Yeah.
knew that would happen. But at the same time, I didn't see any of those people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
would you allow them to come up to where you were and be like, "Yo, I'm here for you," or they
No.
have it blocked off, right?
I mean, it's not even so much of them like being able to walk up to me.
Because how are you gonna see them? They're in a big crowd.
But even still, you know what a DJ booth is in Brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could walk past. It's right by the bar. Like
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
like you know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
You
Like
can't- right.
so to me, it's not like I'm hitting somewhere. You
Right,
know where,
right,
and if
right.
you've been to Brick, you know where the DJ booth
Right,
is.
right.
So, but I didn't see any of those people that said they were coming.
That's a thing that we talk about all the time where all right, there's a girl that I met the other day. She's a bartender and she has like almost 20,000 followers. And she was like, as many followers that I have, when I'm promoting something, it's hard to get 7 people to show up.
Yeah.
I have 20,000 followers, and sometimes 3 of them pop out.
Right.
So it's like,
That's what people got to understand.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you a prime example. Coi Leray just dropped her album, and people were trying to clown her because she sold 10,000 records. But everybody's like, "This is Coi Leray. She got the record players." And
right,
this is supposed to be-"
right.
People don't understand how hard it is to sell one piece of product to one person.
Yeah.
That is very difficult to
Especially
move.
now with
It's so
streaming and
it's
everything
so
is online.
saturated. There's so many different people doing the same thing.
So
No, but then now you have options. You don't have to go and buy a record.
You
Can
don't.
download shit, and
Right.
those streams don't show because most of the downloads are illegal.
or not even just the streaming, even if it's just like shout out to the people that got a clothing brand.
Yeah,
They can tell you how hard it is
Oh, yeah.
to
Yeah.
move a t-shirt
Yeah.
or a sweat set because somebody gonna say, "Oh, that's too much money," or "I don't want to pay that," or
Right.
"Do you have this color?" Or do you, like
Or you ain't got no motion.
it is,
Who's
it
rocking
is-
your shit?
Yes,
Right.
it is difficult to sell a product. If you are providing a service, and not as different. If you a plumber, if you Comcast,
Right.
like
Right.
the people are gonna wait for you. They need you to come out.
Yeah.
But if you are selling something that I might need it, but it's not a necessity.
Right.
T-shirts.
Same thing.
clo-
That's like you might need the
Right.
plumber, but then when the plumber is like, "Hey, buy my T-shirt," you're like,
Yeah, I'm
Right.
good. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to move a product, and people
It
gotta
is.
understand that.
Yeah.
The problem is today, nobody is willing to market their product, and that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
Why do we hate ads? Because we're gonna see the same ad
100
over and
times.
over and
Over,
over.
yeah.
But why do we see it?
Yeah, they subliminally plant
Repetition.
That seed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the only way you're gonna know. Damn, I gotta get me a Discover card.
Right.
Or damn, why don't I go get me some Dairy Queen or whatever stupid
Hey,
commercial
that's funny.
pops
That's
up?
like this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. This guy he's always sending his stuff on IG all the time. All the time.
Oh my
He's in
God,
DMs.
yes, all the
So
time.
other
I know what you're
day-
talking about.
The other day we saw was it DJ Nasty?
No.
It was somebody from like 99 Jams or something that he was sitting down when they were like, "Yeah, shout out to you because you be in my DMs
Oh,
every
it
fucking
was.
day."
It was DJ Nasty
That's
and,
what-
and,
gosh.
Mike, and Mike Smith.
All right, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Nasty,
They noticed
stop.
him because he be in everybody's DM every
Yes,
day.
I know.
But that's
you,
what I'm-
you
like-
can tell he was kind of annoyed. Yeah.
Unfortunately, like sometimes that guerrilla marketing, it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then other times it come off as annoying.
It
like you
does.
gotta
It
know,
does.
you gotta know when to pivot. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just what it is. But it's hard to move just one piece of product. Like I'm looking at this hat over here. I'm like, damn, that hat is dope.
Yeah.
Over there. But let's just say, and no disrespect to what y'all got going on,
Right,
but this
yeah.
is how people think.
Yeah.
If you wear this hat,
Yeah.
you might get a couple people. Oh, that's a dope hat.
Yeah.
If you give it to
Kodak.
Kodak,
Yeah.
when people see
Everybody
that,
want that
gonna
hat
want
now.
that damn
and that's
hat.
just what it is.
Yeah, I know.
But now
Trust me.
it's to the point where even where the consumers understand where when these people are just getting a product just to get it, or when they're just promoting something that somebody paid them for. Because I look
Right.
at the comments and they're like, man, you don't really use this.
Nope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Even the
It's
other
bad.
day, even the other day, what's her name? Donna Dundada. So I'm assuming she's promoting this vitamins or whatever.
coochie thing?
No, for enhancing your
Oh,
butt.
the butt thing. Yeah, yeah.
And so the girl was twerking, and you could see like, I don't know, whatever she had in her booty was not real, and you could see that just moving, and everyone was like, "Stop playing! You don't need
Yeah.
this. You're not promoting this. You don't use this.
Right,
Look at
right.
her butt." So it's just like they're just doing it to get paid, just
Right,
to
right,
get a little
right,
money,
right.
which true when you can, but yeah, they're people are promoting products and not really.
Yeah, and I
using
feel like
them.
that's false advertisement because it's like, why would you promote something that you know you have no intentions of using?
It's been
just
like
like
that.
just like I think when the whole surgery thing started, where like a lot of girls, more like IG models and stuff, started getting a lot of surgery and shit. And it's like as soon as they off the table, they got on a waist trainer and they're working out.
Oh, yeah.
And they're preaching to these girls, yeah, just buy this waist trainer and work out. And these
Because-
girls are doing it and they're not getting the
Right.
results.
You-
right, because
you
you
wanna
didn't
know
get
what happened?
surgery.
What happened?
the gym people or the people that make the gym clothes or whoever, they saw, damn, you got the body that my
need.
clients are
Right.
aspiring to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay you to promote, as opposed, and I don't think this is ethical,
At all.
Right.
but the doctor ain't paying them to promote. You
Nope.
get what I'm saying? So
Nope.
it's like, that's all this is. Everything is marketing and promotion. When you jump on Instagram, anytime you get on any social media site, they're selling you something. Everybody's selling you something. You just got to be willing to buy in.
Or not.
Even OnlyFans,
Right.
they're selling you something.
Oh,
They
yeah.
selling you
Right.
porn.
Yeah.
Or not everybody on OnlyFans
Whatever.
doing
Everybody
it,
got
but
going
they
on.
selling you something.
Something.
It's
Right.
it's a
And-
subscription.
It's up to you as the consumer to decide if I want to consume this or
Right,
not.
right.
And it's the same thing with music. The problem is, especially now with this music industry and how they got it structured, we're consuming music too fast to where it's not being valued.
Right.
No, it's not.
And when it's not being valued, we don't have anything that's lasting
Right.
past its shelf value.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We
And
just
this-
had this discussion.
And which is why people are going back to those records from
Yep.
the 70s, 80s, 90s,
Right.
2000s, because at least then those don't sound dated. They
Nope.
don't sound.
Nope.
There was emotion. There
They're-
was, you felt like there was energy
Right,
and
they're,
thought.
they're sampling from
Yeah.
that. And that's
Yeah.
what everybody did. Like the
Yeah.
other day, I forgot what song I heard. And I was like, oh shit, that's where Biggie got that sample from.
Yep.
And I didn't even realize it was a
M2
song
Man
from the
or whatever their
70s.
name
Yep.
is.
And they're using samples from back in the day to now. I wanted to bring something up. I don't know what you know about it, but I just felt like all of a sudden now, like, where's this coming from? So growing up with radio, everything for radio had to be mainstream. It wasn't really anything underground. You know, back in the day,
Right,
we
right,
called
right,
it
on the radio.
underground or whatever. But now, I'm seeing that a lot of local artists are being pushed on the radio. Not a lot, but some local artists are being pushed on the radio. And I'm seeing like more of like the radio broadcasting going out to some of these local events and, you know, Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach County
Right.
stuff. I don't want to like name names because I don't know what's allowed and what's not allowed
Right.
because you do work for them. But I'm just saying, like, I see some of the people from the radio stations out
Actually
going to
with
these
these
events,
little local artists.
right? Pushing
where
little.
before you wouldn't
didn't
see that.
none of
It's
that.
not a bad thing.
What
But
I
I'm
would
just
say,
saying, like, why is that being
Right, all of a
now,
sudden.
all of a sudden now more out there?
what I would say from my perspective, and this is just me being impartial and not biased. Like, forget that I work where I work.
Right.
Yeah,
I've always seen those DJs in the streets.
Okay.
Like DJ Griot, DJ Irie, DJ Entice. Even when Khaled, when he was on All 99 Jams, like those are the DJs I remember always like basically doing what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Like they doing the schools, they doing the this, they
Yeah,
they
they
here
be
in
on
the
scene.
community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always been that. And even with the artist showcase cases back then, there was always somebody there.
Oh, okay.
The problem is, and they're not gonna like me when I say this, and at this point I don't really care. The problem is we don't have structure in Miami. So with no structure, it's hard to build. It's like trying to build something on sand.
Yeah.
There's no foundation. We don't have a foundation down here. And it's not to say that there can't be one, and it's not to say that there hasn't been people that have tried. There has been. The problem is everybody feels like I got it figured out. Why do I got to follow this
right,
person?
right.
Right.
And everybody is for themselves, I feel
because
like.
it's like because right now with all the drill music and all the shit happening right now, it's like you have a lot of local artists that, you know, I'm just naming a few, not trying to leave nobody out, just off the top of my head. You know, you have someone like, you know, you have Sam 1K that's coming up. You have SCY Jim. You have, I think y'all played Boston Richie and shit on the radio already by now.
See,
Yeah.
the difference with that is, like, when it comes to that, and I put artists on a tier, and it's not to
Okay.
say that they on a level,
No, that's
somebody's
fine.
bigger,
That's what it is,
but
yeah.
for me, it's like, because social media became what it became,
Right.
you got those artists that have a fan base on social media.
Yeah.
Right.
So those artists you just named, I'll give you one that was able to break through. Spot 'em Got 'em.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
on a level with those guys.
Right, right.
But when you get that one record that sounds good, everybody's hearing it, everybody's playing it, that's how you get on the radio.
And y'all even play Sexy Red on the radio now.
Yeah.
We don't.
You
I think
don't?
I think the other guys do, but we don't.
All right. So
Oh,
how
Because
do
now she got a whole song with the baby, so now
Yeah.
it's gonna be pushed on the radio. They gonna
even
be like,
if-
"Who's this? Who's that?"
What
For the
happens
people
is
who don't know.
what people don't understand is like, and RIP to Nipsey Hussle. This is a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so even if the Pound Town record was her introduction,
Yeah.
that's not gonna be her biggest hit.
No.
Like her
Right.
biggest
Okay.
hit is on the way.
It's on the
It's
way.
on the way.
And that's
Okay.
what people gotta understand. Like a lot of Miami artists and South Florida artists, they get caught up in if this is the best song in their opinion that they
Yeah,
came up
yeah.
with, they gonna live and die with this song.
Right, right.
Not knowing that this just might be your introduction
Right.
song.
Right.
That's what broke her through.
Right.
You have to keep working. She was just in London with Travis Scott. Travis Scott
Yeah,
brought her
I know.
out.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that.
Like
yeah.
that's to me, as much as I don't like
The music.
whatever it
You
is,
can't stop her hustle, like the grind.
She's
like,
working.
This is what it's
Yeah.
about.
she's doing what she's doing, and
Yeah.
I love it because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Once you got people's attention,
Yeah, yeah. You
Now
gotta
what
try
do I
keep
have
it.
to do to keep
Keep
it?
it. That's hard.
So what I wanted to ask is, okay, as far as that where you're saying, okay, like Spot 'em, got 'em, broke through or whatever, got on the radio. So how does sponsorship work? Like somebody who's not a Spot 'em, got 'em, but who's a little local artist, but they get their music on the radio because they have a good sponsor. Or the sponsor has a relationship with the radio.
Sponsor ain't got nothing to do with it.
No?
I'm gonna let
No?
everybody know, and I tell
So
everybody
money
this.
don't have nothing to do with getting your song played?
I tell everybody this, and you can look it up. I can't speak for no other entity, no other radio station, no other company, but I can let you know. Where I rep, payola is illegal.
Okay.
That's a federal crime. It's a federal offense. It's
Okay.
$250,000.
Right.
If you accept any monetary payment to influence the media with music.
So if an artist came to you and
If an
said,
artist
"Let me
came to
give you a
me
bag, play
and
my
said,
music on the
"Yo,
radio,"
I got XYZ for you. I need you to play this for me. And I accept the bag and I say, yo, this is the hottest record in the world. And
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
And I go in and this, that, and the third. And however happens, they find out that there was a check cut.
yeah,
Me, the station, everybody's going down.
Yeah.
right, okay,
That
Because
shit-
that's why I say I don't understand because
Yeah.
we know someone who he been in the game for a while and it's just recently his song started playing on the radio.
Right.
99 Jams, Hot 105. And what he was telling us, like after they did the song, like everything, he was like, yo, call up to the radio station. Y'all, I need y'all to call up to the radio station, ask them request to play my song, request to play my song.
That don't work no more. That's the old school model. Like
yeah,
in the 90s, before digital, before social media, when everything, like they really had to log how many times a song was played. Like back in the days.
Yeah.
So if you were requesting in the 80s and 90s, that let them know, okay, this
this
song
song
is
is hot. Yeah.
honestly, if it's not in the mix, you rarely hear on
So
the
do you
radio
get
where
to-
they tell you request something.
do
I
they
know.
get? Do you,
You know
get
what
to
I'm
pick
saying?
your own mix, or do they structure you and tell you what you
what
should
to
play
play.
at that time?
Everything is pretty much in a structure.
Okay.
I'm not
It's like
going
a
to say
catalog.
yeah, it's because everybody thinks they know what a radio hit is.
Yeah.
Because I
Right.
hear people tell me, "Oh, yo, this ready for the radio."
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
don't. But there is there are certain records that no matter when you hear them,
Yeah,
you gonna feel good.
Yeah.
Those to me are radio records. So when people are asking me what I gotta do to get in rotation, what I gotta do to get on the radio, in my mind, I'm thinking you gotta make a record like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like you gotta make a record like Ja Rule, Put It On Me.
Okay.
Like when people hear like that, anytime,
Yeah.
day, night, morning.
Yep. That's
When
when
that
you need
record-
like a timeless
That's
record.
right.
You have
because
to-
Right.
That song is from what, 20 years ago?
Yes.
And you
Right.
play that now and everybody's still
That is a
Yeah.
time,
rocking.
Right.
but you can't really tell people that because they didn't know that was gonna be
Right.
a timeless record
Right,
back then.
right,
So
right,
what I
right.
tell artists to this day, work your song.
Yeah.
If you are out every night in the clubs, in the strip clubs,
Mm-hmm.
you pushing it online, you doing this, you doing that,
Yeah.
you are marketing and promoting
song.
your song, eventually the radio is gonna tap in.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's what happened with the guy that I was just saying because the song that's playing on the
Yeah.
radio, he been pushing that song for 3 years now.
Yeah.
So
Like,
and it's just now on the radio.
People think that, oh, I've had this song, it's been out for a year, I can't do this.
No.
If you own it, it's yours.
Right, right.
You
Right.
can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. I just seen, and I don't want to misspeak, but I seen Chaos from Grind Mode. They are promoting that they are
Right.
shooting a video for Ecstasy. The way I feel,
What?
the way I...
really?
that song like 30 years
That's y'all song though. Y'all could do that.
Right.
You feel me? Like, if we could bring it back because of social media, if we could get a little, we own this.
Right.
And this is the most important part of ownership. If you own it, and that's the beautiful thing. If you're an underground artist, you're not signing nobody.
Right, yeah.
You own all of this. You can do whatever you want to do with it whenever you want to. If a record didn't pop 5 years ago, throw that bitch back out.
Right. It might pop now. Who gonna stop
Chris
you?
Brown, Under the Influence, came out on his album in 2019. That record became a radio hit in 2022.
Right.
And
that's Chris Brown.
And he didn't even push it. That wasn't something he decided. It wasn't the label decided.
Right.
The streets, TikTok decided it.
Yeah.
So what they did, all right, let's put it out.
With it. Yeah.
The label put it out.
Yeah.
Like, that's what dudes got to understand. Like, you could put something out, it might not hit right now. All right, we're going to keep working.
Yeah.
Let me put this freestyle out. Let me do this record.
Right.
Let me do this.
Just
Let me
keep
do that.
moving. Get your name out there.
You have to keep motion.
Yeah. Right.
Don't get caught up in the... And
Yeah,
it's the same
it
thing
didn't
with
work.
DJs. Because I have to tell myself this. I came up with an amazing mixtape series before I got on the radio. I feel like that's what was the springboard to really get me there.
Right.
I can't do that no more. In my opinion, because I
Why
did
not?
that.
Because
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm saying.
I be
We be
looking for
looking
that.
for
Like,
mixes.
okay, like the
Yeah.
other day, the other day, I was cleaning. And I was like, damn, I want to find a good R&B mix.
Yeah.
And it literally took me like 30 minutes just to
to
find a
find
fucking
one.
mix.
Yeah.
See, my thing was with
something on
that
YouTube.
series, I was making CDs. I was trying to put it on
Okay, yeah.
SoundCloud. Like, the world done changed now.
Yeah,
I gotta find a way to put it on YouTube or Apple Music or something that's
see,
readily available.
But that's this younger generation. But I feel like ones that are coming up that were raised in the 90s, all that old school shit coming back.
Well,
Yeah.
we
And
know CDs.
I'm saying I don't want CDs, but maybe those mixes you push them back out because we look for them.
It's not the music in the mix. It's just on how people can find them.
Right.
Because like I told you earlier, like when there was a time where you couldn't just push one button and go live,
Right.
we were all struggling to figure out how we can get this product out.
Right.
And then when it was finally readily available, I can't speak for everybody. I'm gonna speak for myself. It was like I did that shit already.
Right.
Because even like the R&B thing that you do, what's that on Saturdays? The R&B.
R&B Saturdays.
R&B
Yeah. Shout out to Big
Saturdays.
Homie Cash.
So it's like
Know Me Village. We lit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Where did all this R&B come? Like, there's so many venues now that do this R&B shit.
But that's what he's saying. Like,
And-
the times are changing. Like,
But
sooner, I think in the next
it's
2
very
years.
diverse because you have people
I feel
in
like-
their 50s, 40s, and then into their 20s that are
I
out
feel
listening
like in
to
the
the same
next 2
music.
years, it's gonna be another trend. I feel like this R&B
yeah.
thing is not gonna be it anymore. It's probably gonna be a Spanish night. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I'm not saying that it is. But what I'm saying is, like you
It's
say,
gonna
the culture
switch
is
up, yeah.
constantly changing.
The
So
thing-
right now, everybody want to do an R&B night, and I feel like in a couple of years, it's gonna be something different.
The
It's
thing
just-
with
that's the hit right now.
the thing with the music, and I want to just take a second to just appreciate how long I've been doing it. 'Cause
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like just thinking about it, like
You an OG.
I remember when
Old head.
I remember when everybody started going to the strip clubs.
Yeah.
And even outside of that, when you would go to a baby shower or whatever, they wanted to hear strip club music. They wanted to
Yeah.
hear Jeezy, Future, all that, whatever. So now we're at this point to where everybody's kind of trapped out. We've been in a trap for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, people are tired of hearing somebody get shot and
Yeah.
I'm going, this is my op and rah, 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 rah. Like, so that's why the R&B is hitting the way it's hitting, because it's like, if you think back to when trap music was hitting, nobody was fucking with the R&B.
Right.
There was no R&B.
Yeah, it was, but it was a particular crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody was. So now we're at the point to where both are going to combine in a way to where we're going to get something new to where it's like trap R&B.
Right.
Like, we're going to get another artist like Drake to come through and sing on some hard shit. We like, damn.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, that's what music produces of when it has time to produce.
Right, yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know when music's gonna change. I know you said the next 2 years.
Yeah, maybe not the next 2 years, but I think it's gonna change though.
Because everything's moving so fast with the streaming.
Yeah.
And the big time artists, because we haven't had a #1 hip hop album this year yet.
Yeah.
Really?
The problem is nothing is sticking.
Right.
Like,
Because
we were
like you
talking
said,
about,
it's moving too fast.
yeah, we talking about Sexy Red. That's cool. She ain't put out a project, and if she
Right.
did, that's not a album.
Right,
Like nobody
right,
wants
right,
to hear that.
right.
That's
And
not
like
going to
even
number one.
Cardi's just being featured
Yeah,
on a
Cardi
bunch of
ain't-
shit.
Right.
She's not even putting nothing out.
If and when Cardi drops her album, that'll be number one.
Yeah.
I
Because
feel like
think
she's
what her
gassing
biggest
up.
Yeah, 'cause
one
they're
is when
waiting-
she
they're
first
waiting on
came
it.
out.
Mm-hmm.
When
She's the person that could do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If Nicki dropped, Nicki will be number one.
Yeah.
Like none of our superstars have dropped.
Nope.
Cardi, Nicki, Drake,
No.
Kendrick,
Nope.
Cole,
They just doing
like,
features
our
right
current
now.
superstars.
Right.
Beyonce dropped last year,
Yeah,
the year
yeah.
before.
I don't
Like,
know.
They still pushing songs on that album.
Yeah.
Drake, when Drake collabed with like 21 Savage and did all his little stuff, like I loved those.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. So that was like the last thing I remember like really interacting with mainstream.
yeah, but that was last year.
Yeah.
And
been a while.
what happens is, what those big time artists learn from being on the label, you're gonna put that album out because you are projecting to go on a tour in the summer.
Right.
Okay.
So if I drop this album in 22, I know we going on tour in 23.
Right.
So the album drops April. We're gonna let it sit. We're gonna see what works.
Right.
We're gonna see what they say because it's social media. Everybody got something to say.
Exactly.
Right.
All right, check this out. The tour, we're gonna announce it October, September,
Right.
pre-sale.
Right.
Tour don't start till July next year.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We
Let
done
it
gave you
marinate.
enough time to sit with
Yeah.
it. Now, here's the next. But when you look at these new artists coming out, y'all don't have enough music to tour.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have enough to make
Right,
somebody
because as soon
say.
as they put an album out, they push like the one song
And that's
hot,
it.
and they sit on that song forever.
Right.
And again, this goes back to what I'm saying about marketing and promotion.
Yeah.
Or
they
it
milk
cost-
it. They
right.
milk it.
Well, they can only do that because I'm sure the bags that they say they have, they may not necessarily have because it takes money to push all that.
takes money.
Because a lot of them usually collab together. You'll have, this person going on tour with like 2 or 3 other people in the same
yeah,
genre.
you have the headliner and
Right.
then your other little
Yeah,
openers.
I
and
mean,
shit,
that
yeah.
works, but there's still somebody putting up that bread.
Exactly.
Right.
So
All
it's
right,
still
I have a
somebody
let's
that
say.
understands. Like, Lil Baby about to go on tour.
Right.
He got Glorilla, the Big Boss Vet. She's Glorilla's best friend. They both from Memphis, and somebody else. The draw is Lil Baby.
Right.
Glorilla is the second draw. We're gonna get the girls. Everybody else, not to say y'all open acts, no disrespect.
Right. But
But-
they're not on that level.
Right.
They're not.
They're
Because
not
y'all
on
don't
that
have a
tier.
hit yet.
I don't think anybody's really coming out to see them. Probably, yeah, they
Yeah,
have a couple
they
of
gonna
fans,
come.
But there's people really coming to see the baby.
Exactly.
Or Lil Baby
It's
or
like
whatever.
a
and
2
Glorilla.
for 1. So
Yeah.
when you putting these shows together, you got to think, well, damn, all right, we got Lil Baby already. That's the headline.
Right.
Who else would fit in that
yeah.
range so
Yeah.
we can get it all at once?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, even on the label level, like, there's not enough time to market and promote what they trying to do.
Right.
Like, they
Yeah.
trying to get it out. They trying to make this
Yeah.
record pop. But if it
shit
don't
going too
pop,
fast.
we got to move on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because to these kids, and even we felt like this at a point, but we weren't at a luxury like these kids had.
Yeah.
It took our artists 2-3 years to drop albums.
Mm-hmm.
So when we heard a song for 8 months, a year, we like, then they still playing this song on the radio?
Yeah.
These kids now,
Nope.
if a song
2
is
weeks.
playing for 3 months,
The
it's
fuck?
old. Why
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Right. That's why there's so many artists out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's good, I guess, because everyone's trying to make money. Ain't nothing
Right,
wrong
and
with
there's
that.
some-
Yeah.
It's not
something
good.
for everybody.
It's not good.
It's not good?
So let's
not
do
good.
a
No,
let's
why?
say.
Oh, no. It's
I
not
want to hear
good.
why it's not good.
Let's do a let's say. Because we got to wrap this up. Let's do a let's say.
We got to wrap it up already? We just
Yeah.
getting started.
We
What's
just started.
What? We
Let
having
me do
fun.
this let's say.
All right, what?
What?
All right, this has been heavy on my heart for the
What?
past couple weeks.
Say it.
If you are trying to get in the music industry thinking this is a quick get rich scheme,
Right.
stop.
Yeah.
This is not that.
It's
You
not.
are going to spend more than you make, at least your first 3 to 5 years doing this. Like, you really have to have a passion for anything in entertainment. Nothing is a get rich quick scheme.
Nope.
Right.
I mean, you know why I feel like they think like that? Because of social media.
I know.
And they see some of these people that just blow up overnight.
Right.
So
It's
everybody's looking like, no, I can do it. I can do it.
Shout out to my little bro, Do Capone. Literally, that's my guy. We started Groundwork Boys together. That's the other brand that I represent and hold near and dear to my heart. He had a project called Nothing Was Overnight.
Okay.
And that's something that I keep in my mind because people will literally see you and think that you just popped out the scene and oh my God.
And don't know how
not
long
knowing
you've been grinding.
Right.
nothing. So even when we think that this artist just popped out of nowhere,
Nope.
we don't like.
Exactly. But they don't look at it like that because
Right.
they're
They never
just
do.
looking at it like, I just now heard about you. So they think you just now came out.
Right.
And this is what I'm trying to explain. I'm looking directly at the camera. I'm speaking into my microphone so it's crisp and clear.
Yeah,
I
understood.
want you all to understand.
Yeah.
And I want this to go viral. I want this piece to go. This is not a get rich quick scheme.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is not I'm finna just get in and make $1 million. Nah, bruh.
Yeah.
It's not. This
Right.
is something to where a lot of nights you finna be like, why am I doing this?
Right.
A lot of nights
Done.
you sacrificing something. You missing family events. You missing your kids' birthdays. You
Yeah.
missing events. You missing
Yeah.
because you trying to chase a dream. If you're not willing to do that, this not
Drop
for you.
it. Yeah.
But see,
It's not for you.
But see, also on the other side of that, you know, a lot of these people in the entertainment business that are now into how it's so saturated. Everyone's trying to get that bag, and they're forgetting the core values.
Right.
And they're leaving that behind.
Yeah.
So like we had an artist the other last time that said like he's not willing to sacrifice for his girl or sacrifice for a relationship because he's not in that position anymore. Like right now he's worried about getting the bag, getting the money, but then by the time you get there, now you don't really know who's in it for you because now they're going to come in and try to step in and just try to get clout off of
Right,
you.
right.
So you don't really know who really is loyal and that's going to really have your back now that you're making money or
I
you're
mean, it
into
could go
this.
both ways though, because you could have
It
somebody
can.
that grew up with you from before you got hot,
And
and
still
you got
switch
hot,
up.
and they
That's
just
true.
start getting jealous and start
it's,
changing
but
or
it's
whatever.
just like those values are being left behind because
Yeah.
everyone's worried about money.
But that's the problem with what's being depicted in our, and I'm saying our because I'm saying this hip hop, R&B,
yeah.
Right.
art culture. What's being depicted in our culture, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Money, yep.
Everything.
If you ain't got no motion or
People
no
gotta
money, you
understand-
ain't shit.
Everything is commercialism, consumerism.
So what do you think about like now when you go out clubbing? Like you don't even see guys dancing with girls no more. It's just the girls on the girls.
It hasn't been that for years though.
Right, that's what I'm
because
saying, yep.
unfortunately, and I'm talking to you creeps out there, you dudes, you ruined
Yeah,
it. Y'all
yeah,
used
yeah,
to
yeah.
get behind the girls and y'all trying to feel up on them.
Yep,
Y'all
yep.
y'all ruined that. So I wouldn't even want the girls to dance on no other dudes. But then at the same time, the game was changing to where the dance floor would have been, they put couches in sections.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
you're right.
so
Like
true.
everything,
Yeah, you're right.
everything fed into each other at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And
But I feel like it went with the times because people stopped dancing. Kind of, it turned into everybody wanted to just go and
because
get drunk. So
that was
the
when
dancing kind of stopped.
that was when trap music
Yeah,
really
yeah.
started to
so
pop.
you gonna dance
Yeah.
to trap music?
You not all you doing is hey,
Yeah.
Right,
hey,
right,
I'm
right,
popping
right.
my bottle.
Right,
hey.
right, right.
So that's what happened.
All
so
right, let's do
we
this.
not
Let's
dancing.
say we keep on digressing. Let's do this. Let's say.
I can't believe it's time to go already.
Yeah.
Like I'm having a good time.
Time
Like
flies when you're having fun.
sheesh, this is fun. Y'all gotta bring me back. I like it.
Hey.
You gotta breathe
Come
easy.
back.
You gotta
Definitely
breathe
with us.
easy.
All right. So let's say you at a venue, you up in a DJ booth
Yep.
doing your thing. And you see this shorty or whatever.
Yep.
We know you married, but I'm saying you can still appreciate a good-looking woman.
Still do.
So
Yeah.
you see the shorty and like, damn, shorty look nice in her little outfit and shit or whatever. And it's like she kind of peep you, see her or whatever. So
Right.
she's like, oh shit, DJ looking at me. So she go up to the DJ booth and she's like, hey DJ, I just want to make a shout out. It's my homegirl birthday or whatever. And you're just like, all right, no doubt. Here go the mic. Go make your little shout out.
Yeah.
And when she get the mic, she's like, yo, fuck DJ Lucky C. This nigga sucks. Fuck this nigga. And then throw the mic across the room. What you gonna do?
What the fuck?
Oh gosh. Oh Lord.
What you gonna do? Your mic gone?
That's
Slap that bitch in the
crazy.
face.
Violated. What you gonna do?
Now, first of all, I hate to throw a monkey wrench in your scenario, but let me just give a little pro DJ tip for all of my DJs out there.
Yeah.
First of all, you never relinquish your microphone.
Oh, okay.
Your microphone is your hammer.
Okay.
Like that's your power.
All right.
If you're not the person paying me, if you're not the manager, whoever in charge, I'm not handing shit to you. I don't care who you are.
All right,
It's my homegirl birthday.
You were just in a nice mood that night. And you was like, all right, let me
Never.
let her shout out to her homegirl. It's a let's say. You got to put
It's a
yourself
let's
in the
say. All
scenario.
right.
So
So-
let's say you screwed around and fucked
All
up.
right.
Was like, all right, let me let
If
her
I
do
did
the
that,
shout
all right,
out.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. Let's just say she did something crazy. Toss the
like
microphone.
scenarios.
Once I get the mic back,
You
because
gotta go.
it's
down
gonna
for
be
your DJ
silence.
because she threw it across the room.
I'll probably drop a bomb or something because I don't like silence when there's a party or something.
okay,
Like, you know what I'm
okay.
saying? So
Yeah.
I'll probably drop a bomb and play something.
Okay.
Go get the mic. And once I get it back, I'll be like, damn. Shit crazy, man. This why you can't let dogs out the kennel.
Oh!
Okay.
Shorty
I like
in the
that.
crowd looking stupid now.
Like, one thing about me, like, and this is what people gotta understand, and this is people gotta really put respect on strip club DJs.
Yeah.
Like, I come from that era. Like that, a strip club DJ is the most disrespected, but we work the hardest.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
not
yeah.
say we, because I ain't even in it no more. Y'all
Right,
boys,
right,
y'all
right,
got it.
right.
They work the hardest. Like,
Yeah.
you have to keep the crowd entertained. You have to hype the girl up on the stage.
Yep.
You have to
Right.
promote the club. You have to keep the bartenders, waitresses hype. You got to
Yep.
shout out
Right.
this. Like, the bars and all that other stuff, that's cool. But they don't have that element to where you have to make this girl money.
Right.
So the strip club, come on, man. Like, I done heard and seen the most disrespectful. There's people that have tried to do what you're trying to tell me.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I've learned. I
not
never.
giving you my
You're not handing them
I don't give nobody
I will
that
let you say
option.
what you
to,
gotta
exactly.
say. As soon as
Move.
you say some crazy shit.
Exactly.
Let me take my mic
so,
back.
so just to wrap it up, it's like, man, first of all, you never gonna let nobody, as a DJ, don't let nobody disrespect you.
Right.
We are the heartbeat of the club.
The club. You're right.
Once your heart stop, you dead.
Yeah.
Once
How-
the music
so-
stop, guess what?
How did you get the hey now?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. This is one of my favorite stories to
we got
tell.
a little, we got a little
Real
bit
quick,
time.
because I thought we was hanging out, but we gotta go.
I know.
Real quick.
We don't want nobody to come in here and knock on the door and be like, wrap it up, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, no, real quick. So when LeBron and Bosh played on the Miami Heat, I'm a big Miami Heat fan.
Okay.
Like,
Shout
I
out.
live, breathe, die Miami Heat.
All
You
right.
can't tell me nothing about the Miami Heat.
Okay.
When they got down here, and it was the year we went on like that 27 game win streak, whatever.
Right.
Every post game interview they had, because they was lit. Them boys is
Yeah,
living life.
yeah.
All I kept hearing was, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now,
Ah.
hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. So I'm like, yeah, them niggas lit.
Yeah.
So I go into G5 one night. Probably was a Tuesday, because Tuesday was the livest nights around those times. $2 Tuesday. So I go in there, and just off whatever I was drinking, I say, yo, boy, she rocking that hey now.
Oh,
Suck.
When I say the people at the bar, the girl on the stage, the bar,
Everybody
everybody,
feeling
I
it.
can feel the shift like, yo.
you got one.
So I did it again for the rest of the night. I just want to see, because I'm, again, very observant.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see
yeah,
when,
yeah.
so I'm like, damn, this shit kind of hitting. So that's at G5. At the same time, doing a college party on Friday nights. I do it there. And I'm like, let me see what. Hey now,
Yeah.
hit same way. So my guy, one of my little homies, shout to YV, he's like, yo, you gotta record that. You gotta make that a drop. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I ain't on that, man. I ain't doing that.
Wait, did you have a drop before that? No.
It was around that time I was the youngest in charge. That was
Okay.
my tagline. So I
Okay,
didn't even
okay.
have a DJ Lucky C drop. It was
Yeah.
just when I was out, it was Jam Squad, youngest in charge.
Okay.
So when I'm DJing, you're gonna hear youngest in charge.
Yeah.
But I realized that that hey now that's something serious. So
on.
as much as he told me record it, I'm like, bro, man, whatever.
Yeah.
One day, bored at the crib, I literally set up my laptop and recorded that shit, and I put a little reverb behind it. Took me 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like probably
And
not
that's
even
your
that.
shit.
I like it.
And it started hitting like where people, when I walk into places,
They know.
they
Hey
don't even
now.
say DJ Lucky C. They
No.
don't say
Hey
they're
now.
like, hey now,
Hey now.
hey
Yeah.
now, and they say it how I say it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how I know
Right.
It's a hit.
it's locked in. So
Right.
yeah, that's something I'm most proud of.
So do you and CJ still do that little podcasting kind of thing that you guys started? at some point?
we shout out to Herc, man. That's
I love
that's my
CJ
sister.
Hercules.
That's my dog. So
That's
what
my
happened
boo.
was in 2020. This is the Breathe Easy podcast. We
Yeah,
could talk.
of course.
Well,
Good
all right.
talk.
So
Breathe easy, bitch.
shout out to Trick and Trina. In 2020, they started the morning show
Yeah.
on 99 Jams. So what
I
happened
remember.
was
Me
when
too.
they started the
They let go of Ricky Smiley.
well, it wasn't. Let me give y'all. It's been some time, so now I can really give y'all the real.
Oh, okay, good.
Everybody in
like
the
Ricky
industry
Smiley.
knew that Tom Joyner was retiring in 2020.
Right.
Tom Joyner had the morning show game on lock.
Yep.
Right.
Like across the country. Syndication, nobody had more stations than Tom Joyner.
Right.
When he announced his retirement, there was really nobody next in line or nobody that could really take over his show. So it was like, well, who's next up to do it? Ricky Smiley. So for Ricky to do that, you can't be, if y'all remember when they started, it was Ricky Smiley and D's Nuts.
Yeah.
You can't do that where Tom Joyner used to be. It's older people. It's an older crowd. You gotta.
Yeah, but that don't make sense because then Hot 105 took him and he does. I mean, he doesn't say these nuts.
He don't.
But
Right.
he
But
goes.
that's what I'm saying.
That's his point.
He had to kind of revamp his show.
Oh, okay.
So in that last year, if you, and I don't think nobody remembers, in 2019, like that Ricky Smiley morning show they last year on 99 Jams, you could hear the change. They weren't as rambunctious.
Nope.
They weren't as,
Right.
because they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
So, boom, 2020 hit. Trick and Trina started on 99 Jams. And this is why they were able to get the start. Because, again, in the industry knew
Right.
Tom Joyner was retiring.
Yeah.
Right.
Ricky goes up. So now you in again, the tiers. Ricky was here, 99 Jams. Now you here.
Yeah.
We got to put somebody here.
Yeah.
And every station across the country did that.
Yeah.
It wasn't just 99 Jams. It was all of the urban hip hop shit. We all had to figure that
Yeah,
shit
but
out.
Trick and Trina didn't last. I didn't like their show.
I didn't like it either.
I loved it.
No,
I didn't like it.
You know why I loved it?
I listened to Hot 105. I got sick of the breakfast
No, I
show
just
thing.
didn't like
I
Trick and
just,
Trina.
yeah, I didn't like Trick and Trina.
I didn't like it.
my thing was, I wish that, you know how y'all doing what y'all doing? Y'all know that your audience wouldn't understand what it takes to produce this program.
Right.
They don't get that. Right? People don't understand. Trick and Trina were, I'm not going to say they were thrown in that shit because they elected to do it.
Right.
But at the same time, what we do,
Yeah.
this media, radio, podcast, that's a whole nother
Right. They
animal.
weren't
Yeah, it
prepared
is.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and the time that they would have needed to get where they were getting there, because by the time they got there, they pulled the plug.
Yep.
Unfortunately for them, the world stopped. Pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like I said, hindsight's 2020 for me all the time. So I look back on it all the time. If they would have started in 2019, I promise you they'd be on the air today.
Probably still.
If they would have started in 2021, on the air today.
Yeah.
The problem is everybody's home.
Right.
Everybody, we not going to work.
Right. And that's
We-
usually when people listen to it in their car on the way to work.
We have the time to really
I
dissect
see what you're saying.
and really
Okay.
nitpick what they did, and that's all everybody did.
Yeah.
Because when Ricky was on, all I heard, man, I wish we had a morning show from the crib. Man, I wish we had
Yeah.
somebody to represent Miami. Man, I
Yeah,
wish we had a
yeah,
voice.
yeah.
We finally get it.
And then it's
What they do? Oh man, they embarrassing. Oh man, they not doing this. Oh
Yeah.
man. So then
that's the way of the world.
they pulled the plug. They pull the plug. What happens? Oh man, I missed the Trick or Treat in the Morning show. Where Trick or Treating? I don't know what's going on. Oh, man.
That's the world.
Miami, you all ruined the Trick or Treat in the Morning show.
Okay.
Like, even because I remember when Ricky started. I remember when Ricky Smiley started on 99 Jams. Y'all talk shit about him.
Yeah. You're right.
And then when Ricky went up to I 105, I miss. That's what we do. Miami people, we love to talk shit. But
black people, I think black people.
Black people.
Yeah.
But Miami, we are. It's something about the way we talk shit.
A different breed.
Like it's cutthroat. Like we gonna make sure you feel how we feel to understand. Like, nah, you're not gonna play with my institution.
Right. Yeah. Well, what I appreciate now with what you guys got going on is you guys have your segments, and you guys go on live. And you guys interact with the crowd.
They did that before. But that's what I'm saying.
But I like it because you don't get that from. I don't get that from Hot 105 and 103.
All right, guys.
We have to go.
Yes.
We gotta go.
We will keep on going over and over and over again.
I don't want to go.
So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do a round 2.
Y'all gotta bring me back. Oh, can we do round 2 right now?
No.
Who coming up next? Oh, okay. No, I'm playing.
So DJ, I'm gonna ask you one last question.
All right.
What's one piece of advice that you would give to like some of these young niggas, young females too, that are pursuing a career as a DJ? Mm-hmm. One piece of advice that you would say, I wish somebody told me this when I was starting.
I'm gonna give you a piece of advice that somebody did tell me.
Okay.
And this is for anybody trying to pursue anything in entertainment. Mm-hmm. Stop taking everything personal.
Oh, that's really good advice.
Stop.
That's hard.
It's hard, but that's really good advice.
That's real.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, everybody is an individual trying to figure out whatever they're trying to do.
Right.
Yep.
So you might be in whatever mindset and mode that you thinking that this person got it out for you, and and the whole time this person trying to figure it out on their own.
Right. Okay.
Like, don't take none of this shit personal.
Thank you.
Now, if a person is malicious in their intent,
right,
and you can tell that this now do what you got to do.
Right.
But if it's like, if you're the type of person to where you go to different entities and different programs and different things, and you always having problems with different people, that's when you have to take a step back and realize maybe it's me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but if you just a person that you a hard worker and you just down for the team, and you just really want this to work, don't take nothing personal.
Right.
Okay.
Because when you a hard worker, they're going to try to discredit you.
Thank you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to, because they're not working as hard as you working.
Exactly.
Don't take that personal.
Yeah.
Keep your head down or keep your head up.
Up.
Matter, not only keep your head down. I ain't going to tell you
Look
that.
down
Keep
so
your
you don't step in
head
no
up.
shit, but.
Keep your head up and focus on your goal.
Right.
Don't focus on their mission, because you'll get wrapped up in whatever mission that they have, and then sometimes you'll lose
focus.
yourself.
Right.
No. Whatever goal you set when you got to whatever platform or whatever you're trying to do, remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to be number 1.
Thank you.
When you get that number 1 ranking, all right, bet. I hit that.
Right.
All right, what's next?
Right.
I got to maintain
now I gotta
number
top
1.
that. Yeah.
So wait, really quick before we go. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Man, I hate when people ask me this.
Yep.
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you something I told my wife in the past couple days. People don't understand. I've reached my goal 7 years ago.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
So
it's only up
everything
from here.
at this point. You remember playing Super Mario when you get to that bonus round?
Right.
Or Sonic when you get to that bonus round?
Right.
Yeah.
For me, everything
This
at
is the
this
bonus
point
round.
is
It's
the
the
bonus
bonus
round.
round, yeah.
Okay.
It's the bonus round for me.
Good.
Okay.
Where I want to be, I'm trying to be, and again, not trying to shit on y'all ladies. I love what y'all
you mean you
doing.
can't shit on us?
Ooh. I'm trying to be the number 1 media spot when people come to the crib. Like, you got to check in with Lucky C when you come to South Florida. That's where I'm really trying to take it.
All
not
right.
even on no DJ shit, but on
Just
some
that you know the
media.
shit. Yeah. You know what's going on. You
Or
know what's
even-
hot. You know what's popping.
If y'all got what's going on, I can hit y'all and say, hey, you know, such and such from New York, they people just hit me. They want to do a media run.
Yeah,
And I can set that shit. I want to be the plug.
Okay. And it's
Okay.
attainable.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the industry. I'm from the streets.
Right.
I know how both work.
Right.
I feel like for me, I can be that connector to when Columbia, Interscope, all these record labels want to touch down and get
yeah.
on these platforms,
Right.
or if I don't have that platform,
You can find.
I can make the call, and y'all be like, yo,
Y'all
Lucky
hear
C.
that? Who else better than Lucky C?
Hey,
I'm always looking out for everybody. Like, I don't. Let me wrap this up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Lucky C.
Let me just say this. I don't care about my platform. I don't look at my followers. I don't get gassed up on the numbers.
Good.
But what I do is when I see people working like these ladies here, and they reach out to me and they say, yo, we want you on our platform. I look, well, how can I use my platform to help their platform?
Okay, good.
Like, that's what in South Florida, that's what we got to do.
People don't do that.
People don't do that anymore.
When people
do that.
keep asking, well, what we got to do to get Miami like Atlanta, da, da, da. This is what it is.
This is it.
Like, stop getting so gassed up in, I got 30,000 followers.
Right.
You
So
don't.
what?
And
Right.
them 30,000 followers don't give a fuck
Don't
about
We
have
you.
just
Right.
talked about that.
Yep.
Them 30,000. But if I can somehow leverage my 30,000
Right.
to however many followers y'all got,
Right.
and your followers interact with my followers,
Right. That's how you.
That's
right.
how we can make this work.
Conglomeration.
Right.
So whenever anybody call me, if I'm not working or if I
You down.
not with my kids,
Yeah.
I'm pulling up. I'm trying
That's
to make
what's
it
up.
here
We
because
appreciate that. You're
Yes.
very
And I
responsive.
love the space.
Yes.
Lucky C.
Yes.
I love
Lucky
the
C.
space.
Let everybody know where they
Yes.
can follow you everywhere. Let them know if they don't
it's
already
real
know.
easy. It's real easy. DJ Lucky C on all platforms. I had to shut down the Christian Mingle account because I got married. that ain't the vibes no more. We had to shut that down.
Christian Mingle no
Nah,
more.
that's dumb. Christian
They be
Bingle, I was
acting
on
like
there.
They be acting like it.
They can't find me out there no more. But everything, like literally, like I feel like I am the most sociable DJ
right.
from the crib.
Antisocial social
Yeah,
club.
like if you walk up on me in public, I'm probably not gonna speak to you.
Yeah.
Because people in Miami, we're abrasive. Like
Yeah,
we're like New Yorkers.
Damn, nigga, you eat.
Hey, yo,
Can
what's
I
up,
take a
man?
peek?
Yeah.
I don't respond to that.
Right.
But if you're like, hey, Lucky C, oh my God, I'm a
Right,
fan
right,
too.
right.
Like, I fuck with that. So, DJ Lucky C on everything.
Everywhere.
Monday through Friday, 99 jams.
99 jams.
12 noon to 1 p.m. Midday Rush Mix.
Bomb.
10 p.m. to midnight. Me and CJ Hercules, we on the air doing what we do. And then outside of that, I'm outside, man, wherever. R&B Saturdays once a
R&B
month. Shout out to the
Saturdays.
homie B. Lee. I
Oh,
be
you're
out
only,
under the lights.
you're only
I
out
be,
there once a month?
yeah, it's a once a month R&B party out there.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
they do
it
it
was
once a
once
month.
a
That's what I'm
month.
saying. Like,
All right.
I do a lot of different things. I try to be out here, so.
So y'all gotta
Tap in.
keep
Tap,
in contact.
tap
Lucky
in.
C. And as usual,
Jess Aggressive.
all right, and your girl motherfucking T True. Y'all
Hey.
tap in with Lucky C. You see, he like to run his mouth like us.
What?
Yo, we almost couldn't finish the show.
What?
But yo, tap
How you gonna
in
blame
with
this on
Lucky
me?
C. Tap in with Lucky C, your girl T True. Breezy
I'm
Podcast, baby.
Right,
Brown
we're out.
County.
Part 2 coming.